Hey guys, as you come in, if you can go ahead and put your name in the chat, that way we'll just use that as the sign-in sheet for everybody. Some people were just getting in just a second ago. If you just arrived, guys, please put your name in the chat. We'll use that as the sign-in sheet for today. One more time for those that just arrived. If you just got here, please put your name in the chat and we'll use that as the sign-in and I'll get started. Hey, Alessi's here.
All right. They let us leave early from the Lead Forward training thing to come do our department meetings and stuff.
Nice, nice. Okay. Well, Leslie, you were in the instructional coaches meeting yesterday. I sent out a meeting agenda for everybody. So if you had that or have that, you can pull it up and take a look at what we're going to cover today. Big thing on the agenda today was going to be the PSAT that's tomorrow. Let me pull that up real quick. Oops. Well, X out of that. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, you guys can see the social studies department meeting agenda on your end?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So PSAT testing is tomorrow for all of you. The information that Tara Shetler has uploaded is in our social studies classroom in Google Classroom. If you have a navigator that's 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, your teaching assignments are also located there. It's just all in our social studies Google Classroom. The teaching assignments, the school map, where you'll be, and the instructions. We are only going to go to 6th and 7th period tomorrow, so we'll be testing up to that point. We have 2 lunches. And the information, if you guys will check your mailbox at some point between now and tomorrow morning, Tara included some detailed PSAT testing day instructions in there. I won't read it to you. You know, you guys can read it. I won't take your time doing that. But a couple of important notes that you need to be aware of. If you're a senior or junior navigator teacher, please post a daily attendance check-in for your navigator section. Those kids are going to get attendance credit from doing a attendance check-in, a daily attendance check-in through Google Classroom. So that's how we'll get ADA credit for those students. Another thing that Tara made sure to mention to me is there's no highlighters allowed on the PSAT. I know that isn't the same as what we do when we have STAR testing, but she wanted to make sure that I mentioned that.
I am headed up to the science department.
Okay, so those were a couple of important points there. But just a general overview, all of the PSAT related information is found in our social studies Google Classroom. Item number 2, there's been some emails that have come out from Dr. Clark where she has been updating the required hours. And the good news is the exchange hours, there were 12 of them due before November 1st. Everybody in our social studies department, everybody that's in this meeting has already met that threshold. So we don't have to worry about any type of docking paychecks or anything like that for the Thanksgiving break. So those things have been taken care of by you guys. So great job there. The other items were the e-courses and the global PD. There are still some of you that need to grab or to get on a couple of those things. If you are unsure, Dr. Clark's email that she sent out yesterday at 4:46 has the up-to-date employee list showing all of the hours and all of the training courses that have been completed. So that is, I put the date and times of those emails right there if you can search through your emails, because I know that you guys get inundated with emails and it can be hard to keep track of those things. This is Red Ribbon Week. It's easy for you to say. Students can wear costumes on Friday, but they have to be school appropriate and they can't wear like a full mask. And they're already wearing partial mask anyway. But just so that you're aware, they are allowed to wear a costume on Friday. If you have any questions to whether or not the costume itself is school appropriate, just you can contact me or the nearest AP, and we'll kind of make a judgment call on that. Item number 4, trying to streamline and make tardies. Tardies are and have been, as you guys well know, have always been an issue, especially starting at 7:05 in the morning. So we have Skyward that's going to be sending out automatic notifications to parents when a kid gets to 5 tardies, 10 tardies, 15 tardies, or 20 tardies. So they will parents will get an automatic notification at those thresholds. All it requires you to do is the same thing that you guys have been doing, where you just mark them tardy in Skyward, just like you've been taking, whenever you take attendance for that class. If they come in late, then of course you mark them tardy. And then we will assign the discipline consequences for that. After school detention for a 5 threshold and a 10 threshold. Then when they get to 15 and 20, we start assigning days of ISS for those tardies. Beginning of the year meetings, you guys signed up or we scheduled those things for next week. I put a kind of a perpetual Zoom meeting, sent that link out to you guys. So if you just hop on there at your designated time, we'll very quickly do your beginning of year meeting and get that knocked out. I also sent out a Google form for formal observations. If you want to go ahead and within the next 3 weeks or so that you have a lesson coming up that you'd like for me to come watch, I'll gladly do that. I'm very flexible. So whatever works best for you guys, we'll roll with that. That was sent out, I believe, 2 days ago or yesterday. And some of you have already started filling out days and times when you wanted me to come by for a formal observation. Not all of you are going to be observed by me. Some of you are going to be observed by Dr. Clark, and you know who you are if you're fall under Dr. Clark's umbrella. Item 6 is kind of a feel-good thing. We are having Thanksgiving pie that's going to be in the lounge on Thursday, November 19th. That's the Thursday before we get out for Thanksgiving. Let me make sure that's correct. Yes, that's the Thursday before we get out for Thanksgiving. So we will have pie available for everybody. We'll have those individually packaged like we did for our in-service when we had the baked potatoes and things individually wrapped. Elaine, can I mention next Tuesday? Yes, Elaine. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So next Tuesday is Election Day, and I've created a ballot for all the social studies teachers, and I'll send it to you as an assignment, I think, so that if you want to share it with your kids, then next Tuesday we can vote and we can find out who wins. I did take out most of the local elections, and I took out all of the propositions other than one for DISD and the one for College of the Mainland, so it's a lot shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've already sent it to Alessi. Did Alessi look okay?
It did.
Okay. So hopefully everybody will allow your kids a few minutes to log in and vote next week, and then I'll send you the results. Yay, that's it.
That's awesome. Alessi's making pie suggestions, pumpkin and apple, and we should have sweet potato pie.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, I'm all for all types of pie. Oh, pecan. So yes, these are all wonderful suggestions and need to be brought to the attention of upper management for sure, because we need to make sure, if anything, we need to make sure the pie is done right.
Yes. Yes.
I think that you guys have earned it. So we want to make sure that you guys get the kind of pie that you guys like. And anything chocolate. Good call, Crystal. Good call. All right. One other thing, and I know that Alessi did send this out. It was from Susan Haynes, and I know I'm preaching to the choir here because you guys know the importance of this and the magnitude of this, but Leslie sent out an email from Susan about talking about the importance of voting and the responsibility and our rights as American citizens, and that she said, do teach the importance of participating in the democratic process, and do model and teach the importance of civil discourse. And that one is a tricky one. That one is a hard one for well, most everybody these days. But it is super important for our kids to learn the importance of active listening and being able to hear a differing viewpoint without feeling like they're being personally attacked. You know, it's a skill. It's a skill that our kids in most cases do lack. And the last one was personal politics. You know, we are government employees working for the school district, and I know that you guys conduct yourself professionally in all ways. But I know this was just a reminder email from Susan to be careful about any endorsements or anything of one side or the other. It's kind of like being a baseball umpire. No matter which position you take, no matter which side you're on, you're going to make, you know, half the people angry. You can never end up winning. So anyway, that was a good reminder from Susan, and it was worded well. And I know that you guys, like I said, I'm preaching to the choir there, because you guys always conduct yourself well with those things. But lots of teachable moments upcoming in the next week for our kids. Lots of our stuff is so relevant to what they're watching and learning about and seeing every single day. So thank you for what you guys do. I told the World Geography team that you guys, I admire the work that you guys are doing right now. No administrator that I know of ever had to do what you guys are doing right now. You're being asked to do something totally unique that's never been asked of teachers before. I know this because my wife is teaching, and I'm hearing it when I get home too. You know, it's a constant cycle of me asking, you know, what is it like in the classroom every day, every single day? And you guys are top notch in my book, man. I really, really, really do appreciate the work that you do, and I need you guys to know that. Don't sweat the R evaluation. I want to be able to help you guys in any way I possibly can. If that's delivering desks to classrooms, I've done it just in the last few days. I've done it. If I need to help you with problematic kids in the classroom, I'll do it. If I need to talk to problematic parents, I'll do it. Please use me as a resource, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because we all need help. And y'all are under tremendous amounts of stress, and I want to be able to help alleviate some of that. So please understand that that's my whole goal and my whole reason for being here. All right. So are there any questions? Anybody have anything before we adjourn?
I have a couple things.
Yeah, go ahead, Leslie. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Just a few things just to be put on your radar for the upcoming semester. We did talk a little bit about restorative practices and all of that. And so the leadership team basically laid it out to Dr. Smith in a very nice way that we cannot possibly ask you to put something else on your plate without somebody flipping desk over and acting fool. So just be prepared for it for next semester, but it's going to be very, very minimal as far as maybe things that we can, and most of us kind of already do it. I mean, for the most part, I think all of us know how to build relationships with our students. If you've been at this for a while, you're pretty good at it. You know how to get your kids, you know how to get the best out of your kids. So just put that on your radar more so for next semester. Your seating charts, the counselors, Angie sent us an email, I want to say it was Monday, basically saying that they are done switching, moving kids around with all the phenomenon of craziness of last week. That is pretty much done. So if you're like me, I make my own rosters. So I started doing that in your seating chart. We've had to make seating charts before, but obviously we all know it's very important to have those now. And the other element to that, you know, I don't know how everybody does it, but I made mine first and last name, and this time I went ahead and added their ID numbers. And if you need help getting those scanned and getting them to the nurse, because I scanned mine already and sent them to the nurse. because she would like that, so we don't have to get those emails like, I need your seating chart like right now, and you may not see that for an hour or so. That way she can already have them. But if you need help doing that, and I'm telling y'all, I did it. Y'all know I'm very basic when it comes to the computer. I put a chart on just a regular Word document. I made a chart of, 5 desks back, 6 rows, however many rows across, filled it in. I blocked off where I sit. If you have an IS teacher in your room, put on there where they sit. Some of us have interns, put on there the day that your intern comes in. And what area they're in also, because I think all that is relevant to what the nurse might need if something, if somebody in your room has to be on quarantine or possibly gets COVID. So just FYI, as soon as you can get those done, that would be great. I know she already mentioned about the IDs and all of that, so we want to make sure that we are getting that done. Lesson plans. I will tell you, lesson plans are supposed to start next week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Cooper.
That's correct.
We talked to Billy about how much detail needs to be in the lesson plans. She said it could be a week at a glance, or like maybe just daily, just this is what you're doing. So what I did for U.S. history, and it was more so for me because I print them off and I look at them like from the years past to see. I put the CO and the LO for each day is what I did, and the vocabulary and maybe a brief of what activity, and that's it. I didn't worry about anything else. So it doesn't have to be that much. If you just want to put the CO and the LO, that's fine. So that she said, just so when she walks into a room, she knows, okay, this is what they're at least talking about that day or teaching about, or what the kids are learning about. So I think that was it as far as what I had for y'all today.
Mhm. Homecoming was all going to be virtual.
Yeah.
I think we got an email from Kimber about that, but that was, the lesson plans. I have that in my notes too, Leslie. I mean, very, very basic on the lesson plans, guys.
Yeah.
Don't look, y'all
So
are.
don't stress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
don't
are.
stress.
Don't just. Leslie's right. Content objective, lesson objective, and then here's what we're going to be doing. You don't have to break it down super detailed, guys.
Right.
All right. That's all I have. Leslie, anybody else have anything? Any questions before we go? Yes, I do have a black eye. For those of you that can see it, my 2-year-old headbutted me while putting her
I thought you was
down.
gonna say one of these kids did that. I was
Come
like,
on
well,
now.
we need to get.
Oh, no, I'm too fast. I'm too fast for most of them. But yeah, the 2-year-old headbutted me while I was putting her down for a nap the other day. So,
Oh, wow.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Seriously, if y'all need anything, please shoot me an email. If I need to deliver desks, I think they've got class loads leveled out a little bit, hopefully. If you need something though for a classroom, shoot me something and I'll get it to you. Okay, guys? Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank y'all.
Hey, before y'all sign off, please put your name, if you didn't already do that, in the chat so we can make sure we have your attendance. We're using that for our sign-in. So some of y'all arrived a little bit after, and I don't know if I got a chance to tell y'all that. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.